my god. I've just watched perhaps one of the most shocking documentaries that I have ever watched, ever. Um, Fellow people in Great Britain, you might have watched this today. People in the US of A, you might have heard about this guy. Fuck, some of you might even know him. But it's about this boy who lives in America. His name's Billy, and it's a documentary going through his time in a hospital when he was getting two major serious operations. I got in halfway through, so I missed what the first one was about. But the second was a gastric bypass operation, and for it he needed to get the gastric bypass operation, he had to lose 10 stone because he was 800 pounds in weight. He was half a ton, effectively, of just pure, unadulterated lard. And it's just, I have problems with that, actually. I have problems with somebody getting themselves into that state. It's just like, oh, who would willingly do that to them? I've got an issue with myself right now because I'm worried that I've put on a bit of weight over Christmas and New Year, so much so that as soon as I'm back in uni, I'm hitting that gym like an insane lady. But like, he couldn't even get up and go to the toilet. He would shit himself, and his mum would have to clean it up. And oh my god, don't get me started on that mother. Oh my god, dependency. There is something seriously fucked up in that woman's head. There's something like really Freudian going on there or something. Because like she's just constantly, like, she's feeding her son, babying her son, taking care of her son, and like she would get emotional really quickly, and he'd actually, like, the way of doing it and saying it is that he was taking the piss out of her half the time, taking her for an absolute ride. And you sit there and you're like, oh my god, look at yourself. And like, just, oh, he couldn't. They sent him home from the hospital just after his gastric bypass, and he couldn't walk to his front door. He just couldn't. And then, like, the program's ended. I'm glad actually this ended. I was getting like right into it with him, like going off on an extended period of separation because his mum was refusing to actually start running around again because she's doing the right thing by her kid at last, just saying, "Get the hell off your ass, you fat cunt." Excuse my language, big sound there, but that's just, it disgusted me because, like, I mean, think about all the things that you can't do. It's like, well, think about it. 800 pounds is about, I can't count, but I'm thinking it's about 60 stone. So, but as soon as you get to 24, you can't have sex. You can't, it's too much physical exhaustion. As soon as you get to 30, you can't walk. I mean, how could he breathe? How is he alive? How is he eating? It was so dangerous. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how anybody could let themselves get that unhealthy. And how could you look at yourself every day and just, oh. I am by no means a sizest girl, because, well, my arse is big enough as it is. But, like, at the start, he was about 4.5 of me. Like, all in a row. Like, just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little half just chopped up a bit. And it's like, oh my god. Does anyone else agree with me? Does anyone else think that's disgusting? Does anyone, like, I mean, whose fault do you think it is? Because I think, personally, at the start, it was the mother, but then I think the son himself actually just realised what he could do. And kids are cruel, 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 cruel things, and will do horrible, horrible things to our parents. But I think it's a mixture of both. And I also think that the dad, who wasn't featured very heavily in the programme, actually, I think he really probably should have gotten in there and done something about it. Because, for God's sake, man. Your kid's bedridden and shitting himself every day and he's 19 years old. Ew. So, this whole thing, the whole nurture, can nurture ever go too far? Can it sometimes can being a nurturing mother sometimes be dangerous? I think it can, actually. Mums do a lot of silly things for their kids. Tell me what you think. Cheers. And again, just one more for good luck. You fat bastard, man.